When we found out that my niece is not related to me, everything became confusing. How could the daughter of my brother not be related to me? First things first. I contacted a lawyer. There must have been a mistake. We repeated the test, and the result was the same. Biologically, my niece and I are not related. With the help of the lawyer, we obtained my brother and his wife's medical records and secured a subpoena to test their DNA against Alice's. Alice is Taylor's daughter, but not Aaron's. How was this possible? Was Alice conceived through a donor? My parents knew nothing about that. So we delved into their medical files. There was no evidence of anything like that. As far as the OBGYN knew, Alice was the daughter of Taylor and Aaron. But DNA doesn't lie. She is not my brother's biological daughter. After some back and forth, my mother finally said what we were all thinking. Is it possible that Taylor cheated on Aaron? It's possible, but how do we find out? We can't confront Taylor, and it happened 14 years ago. And unless you have a sample to compare it to, a DNA test is meaningless. Now the legal trouble. For custody of Alice, we have a judge who follows the law strictly. Alice's biological family has the first right to adopt. So we have to find him and get him to relinquish that right before I can adopt Alice. Even with all the evidence we presented, the judge refuses to change the process. And here's the worst part, because I and my parents are not biologically related to Alice, she is not allowed to stay with us while we search for the biological father. So the court took Alice from me and placed her in the foster system until we find the biological family or until a year has passed. That day was one of the worst experiences of my life. I refused to let her go and the police was called. Alice was taken away while I was held back by 2 police officers.